Welcome to Tech Brothers with Amir. In this video, we are going to learn what is slow query login in MySQL Server. Slow query login captures the queries which do not use indexes and queries which take longer time than long query timer. So long query timer, that's the parameter you are going to define. So let's say if you have defined equal to 1, that means 1 second. So if any query that's taken longer than 1 second, that query will be captured. By default, it is 10 seconds, you can change it to 1 second, 2 second, whatever you want, and it really helps with the performance issues. If you want to see which queries are taking long time to run it, and if they are running indexes or using indexes or not. What we will learn in this video, we will learn how to enable slow query login in the MySQL Server on Windows, and we will also learn how to enable in Linux. So let's go ahead and take a look. First of all, I'm going to close this one here. A lot of information, so I'm going to start just scratch. So every time you start it, you at least know that where to start. Okay, cancel. Fine. Okay, wow, I have pretty much entire thing open. Okay, here is my Windows machine, and first of all, what I need to look if the query slow query login is enabled. For that one, there could be different scenarios because you can have multiple MySQL servers running on one Windows machine. In my case, what I have done here, I went to services, and in the services, I found the service that I want to look into or find out if the slow query is enabled for the one of the MySQL service. Here is a MySQL Server 80. That's one of that I want to take a look. First of all, I need to go to the properties and need to find where exactly is my configuration file. Once I know my configuration file, that's a my.ini file, then I can take a look if the slow query is enabled for this MySQL Server or not. Okay, let's go to the my.ini file. Here is the my.ini file. Open it and Control F, and we'll say slow. Okay, that take us to the journal and slow query login. And here we can see that the slow query log is equal to 1. That means it is enabled. Okay. Second, the slow query log file location is the tech brothers -slow.log. That's the name of the file. We didn't provide the location here. If you want to provide the location such as maybe C or D drive or whatever, you can always do that. By default, it is going to go to the data directory. I don't recommend that, but it is okay for now demo. But if you want to change it, you can always change the location wherever you would like to put this file. Okay, fine. Now what we need to do here, next part is that's the name of our file. Okay, and the long query time, that's equal to 1 second. That's what I have defined. If you want to make changes to it, let's make some changes, and instead of say tech browsers IT, I'm gonna say TBIT. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and say more than 2 seconds, and enable is fine here. So I can just copy this one as well. I will use the same configuration for the Linux, so I'm going to paste it here for now. So when we go to Linux, we can use the same information and just make changes to the file there. Okay, hit Control S, and now what we need to do, we need to restart the service. And let's restart the service. Now I can open a Workbench, and in the Workbench, what we have over there, let's see, let's connect to the MySQL 80, so we can run some queries and see if the information will be created. Okay, so now right here, let's go to the, first of all, we will go to the data folder, so MySQL and the server, and go to data, and now we should be seeing the slow query log file that we just did that. So if we will just see right here, so TBIT slow, that's right now the size of this file is very small because we didn't really run any query. I'm gonna format this word wrap. So okay, so let's see, reverse it a little bit. Okay, so we don't see a whole lot of information here, but we can create some information, or we can create some slow queries that will create some problem. So let's go one of the database called TBIT. Let's take a look on the table, and let's see what we have in the employee table. Now I'm going to select the data, and it's going to give me the rows it has. So you see that it has a lot of rows, and it took still it took way less than 2 seconds. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to insert more rows in this table from the same table. So I'm going to say insert into this table from the same table. Okay, run this query and see it is running right now, and the time is if you look right down there, so you can see it is still running. So probably took 10 seconds. That's a lot of time. Now let's go back to the our query window here. So you see that, so we have TBIT slow query right here. Double click, open it, and see the information. So you can see that this is the query time. It took 10 seconds. Okay, log time, this one, rows sent 0 and rows examined this many, and the whatever the timestamp you have right there, and insert into table, this was the query. Okay, so this is how it will give you all the information, who logged in, what time, and all that. You can have that all information, and then from there you can start debugging. Okay, you know the query now, and you can take a look into that, like why it took 10 seconds, it should take 5 seconds, let's say. So great tool for the debugging and all that, and I use it especially for when developers are running a lot of queries, and they say your server is running slow. You want to figure out if they are running the queries without indexes. If they are running the very bad queries, they are not using indexes at all. So you can at least grab those queries and then start figuring out it is a server problem like CPU, memory, or it is just a query related problem. So all right, let's go to the Linux box now, and let's perform some testing there as well. Tech Brothers IT, that's my node name, node 1. I'm going to change the appearances so you can see stuff there. Okay, bold italic 16 is, it will work. Username Shehzad, provide the password. Good. I'm going to make this one as a super user, so I don't have to provide the password every time with different commands. Okay, all great. So the same way you look for the my.ini file in a Windows machine for MySQL Server, here you are going to look for my.cnf file. So under the etc directory, there is a file called my.cnf. So you see right there, we just did cat to this file, and it is showing us all the information. So under the etc directory you have a my.cnf file. Good. And you can see here I do not have anything enabled for a slow query right now. Okay, so what I can do, remember I was just pasting these 3 lines there, like slow query enable yes, and then log file name, and then I'm gonna tell the time. Okay, I can go and put the time 1 second for this Linux server. I really want this server to perform well, and anything that's running more than 1 second should be logged. Okay, great. So I can do one thing. I'm going to clear the screen, and this is vim and my.config. This is under etc. Okay, hit escape and hit I. That will bring us to the writing mode or insert mode. Hit enter at the end and just right click. So you see right there we have a query login, we have a slow query login file name, and then we have the time log. Here you also notice that I didn't provide the path for it. So if you want to change the path, you can change the path as well. But in my case, I'm going to let it go to the var lib MySQL. That's where if you don't provide the path, that's the default directory for your slow query login or general query login or your binary login as well. Okay, hit escape, hit colon, WQ, and exclamation mark. We are all good here. If I go to the cd var lib and cd MySQL further, so pwd, that's where the path is, but I will not see the slow query file logs there as well. Why? Because I did not restart the service. So I have to restart the service to make this change effective. Okay, so if I look here, I do not see anything starting with t/t-slow. Okay, so what we do is we will say, let's clear the screen. So we'll say system ctl restart MySQLD. So that is one of the pain. I mean, and especially let's say you are using production server and you need to start enabling that slow query login forever. Then what you have to do, you have to restart the service here. So okay. Um, well, now our slow query login is enabled. If we do ls -a, we should see tbit slow.log. That's the file created. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say cat tbit slow log, and you can see that doesn't have anything right now. Okay, cool, no problem. We are gonna go back to our workbench, and I have created a connection to this MySQL server where we just enabled the settings. Okay, I'm gonna open it, and what we can do here, we can use the same kind of queries here as well, because I have this tbit database on this server as well. Let me see if I do. Should have it been making copies. Okay, don't have it, fine, no problem. We have employee table under the tech browser's new database, so I'm gonna go and tech browser's new, and say just paste it there, insert into the employee, run this command here. Okay, insert into unknown database. Why? Because I have database name right here, so I should change it. Okay, use this database and now use the table. Okay, it took some time here, 0.187 seconds. It is running, so I have to run multiple times because I do not have enough records here. So I'm running this statement every time. It's now you can see that I am going above a couple seconds here. So let's go back to Linux and we do cat tbit slow log, and now you can see that all the information. So you can see the time it was running. Okay, who was the username? So in our case is a DBA user coming from this IP. So that's our Windows machine from where we log in to the Linux box by using a workbench. Row estimated 16,000, then row estimated 32,000. Then here you can see the statements here insert into, and looks good. Okay, so if you want to go further, because the see right here, I have this these many records here. So I have a lot of records here, and I can go ahead and insert one more time just to show you. Or if we simply select that, that's going to be quick. It's 0.13, so we cannot get this query because it's running less than 1 second. So but for the test purpose, I showed you guys how exactly this slow query login work, and you will be able to get that information and then start creating the indexes on those columns which your query is using. Thanks very much for watching this video, and I hope this video will help. If you like my effort making these tutorials for you guys, go ahead and subscribe, and thanks again.